Can I say it or not? So here we are this morning lying in bed, and it's just been a little hot and heavy, but it hasn't been the act itself, but it's been more like good teens. No, not that good. And then the energy level varies constantly, yes? You know what I'm talking about. And Annette says, what did you say?
I don't remember the exact words.
Are you saying no to sex? What's that? It's a request. It's a request for information of whether or not I've just said no to sex, because the sexual energy and the energy altogether rose, and then it was down some. It wasn't nearly, you have to keep a running tally of your sexual energy. Even if you're not sexually active, you should still, I'm sorry for looking at you, even if you're not sexually active, you should keep a running tally of your sexual energy, because your sexual energy runs right along with your life energy. It doesn't, your sexual energy doesn't have to have anything to do with sex. It's just sexual energy. It's a vital life force. So I like to keep, I have an app.
You have an app for that.
See, why I lead courses is so that you guys can get to this point at 2:45 on Sunday afternoon, that I can make jokes and have you get them. This is fun. You think you would have looked like this before, but look around at the people. You wouldn't have looked like this before. So there you are with your sweetheart lying in bed. Do you want sex? Does your sweetheart want sex? Do both of you want sex, or do neither one of you want sex? How often have you been in bed and had this be a problem for you? Attempting to determine, we call it jump sex. It's like a jump ball. Raise your hand if you've ever had this dilemma today.
Yeah.
I mean, really? Have you had this dilemma? Well, Annette makes a request. And I said, absolutely I did not say no to sex. Not even at all. As a matter of fact, I was lying there massively enjoying that I could have it or not have it. And that I was thrilled, so delighted to be lying there, not needing it, but able to have it, but having all of the energy flow. What we need to get to is we need to get to that sitting down point. And I was lying in bed at that sitting down point with sex. So it's great with me if we have it, it's great with me if we don't have it, and I can't fathom in any way that having it would make that moment better. How many of you have it or move toward it to try and have something get better? How many of you think that if you had it, something might get worse? Or even different? So what does she do? She brings the workshop right there, and she said, are you saying no to sex? I said, absolutely not. Did you notice what, all of a sudden, there was a potential for you being upset? Because you think I've said no. Now, how many times would you get up and assume that you're correct, that the person said no? What is the likelihood, if you're a little horny, that you can tell what they're saying? I mean, this is the definition of biased. It's like, what is the likelihood that the politician is telling the truth? I call him the politician.
A Nixon reference.
He's always lying.
So, that is actually just a tiny snapshot of life in the present.